All right, I'd like to call the February 2026 meeting of the Hartsville Travel Water Sewer Utility Board to order. I'd like to ask Mayor Call if he would lead our invocation.
Father, we thank you for this day and for the blessings we've enjoyed. Thank you for safety. Families, I pray that you guide us in all the decisions that we make and help us to do the best for the most. Thank you for the freedom we enjoy. In Jesus' name.
Amen. Pledge allegiance.
Allegiance to the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Let the record show that Heather Bay and Ben Fialk are absent. We do have a quorum.
Next on the agenda is the approval of of the agenda.
Move to approve. Second.
Have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of last month's minutes.
So moved. Second.
First and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Financial reports.
Anything changed?
No.
Move to approve.
Second.
First and second. All in favor?
Aye.
We have our engineering report from Mr. Evan White.
All right, so Kim Brothers did get started, they got the street forward, they've also started laying line, they're outside of Down Beach, the intersection with Highway 25. Headed south, so they got through the first driveway there and they're headed towards the school. They're going to do that project. This is a project that was in the works, was a private project that Thompson Lane is doing, they'll be testing it later on. So that was one. They got done. Snake Hollow again, he's still coming back in the spring. The Browning booster pumping station, we are finalizing all the, comments from the state on that. We've met with Tony yesterday, I think, when it all runs together. But Tony, yesterday, we've been trying to get this water model right, so. We thought you had 3 lines running out 25, and some places you got 2, and some you got 3, and we don't know what's tied to 6 or 8 or 12, so. We've just about got that model accurate from what y'all are seeing in the field, so. It took that model to get the information they want on Browning booster station, so. Both of those will be done at the same time. Also, we've got standard specs, me and Tommy met right for on part of it, and I've got the other part for y'all. And I'll leave it, y'all review it if you want to, but it's about y'all's policies. When a contractor comes in here to do a project, say if they're gonna build a subdivision, or if they just want to extend the line, this is the protocols and the procedures they have to follow, so there's some information in there. It's, before I send it to the state and get it approved, y'all, I'm giving y'all opportunity to look through it, red line or add to or take away, so. I've got those with me. Still working on all the easements on Gregory Street, to get to Tony, so that should take care of our list of items right now. Oh, water treatment plant. We're full steam ahead on design on it. I've got the architects, are working on their part. Mechanical, plumbing, electrical engineering controls are doing their parts, and I'm working on the rest, so it's moving ahead and on schedule.
Appreciate it, David. Anybody have any questions?
First one for you. So on Thompson Lane, that's over here by the middle school, and that's where the subdivision is. You guys have to move the water line. Is that correct?
No, that'd be when the.
Put the new one in. Okay, so now, thank you very much.
Anything else? Next, we have our general manager report.
Yesterday, Enbridge
paid their money to get the water line moved 12 inch down here for everything, and they paid up on it. And, we had a leak on Highway 10 last Friday. That is going. And, when she said about Thompson Lane, they got this all tied in, and, we'll be pressure testing it and doing back feed on it and everything. When they get it pressure tested, and, we'll serve it out, so we keep on going. And always at worst spot, same like. And, just, they with Jones Brothers, having them out there still. Just, so like, yeah. Any questions, anybody?
So Jones Brothers, is that the one that's helping out there on Sam Beasley?
They're done the one. Highway 10, they're more building the road, the new road.
Gotcha.
We're working on Forest Lane right now, putting a casing in over in that little creek there. At the end of Highway 10, they're about to have a casing into the repair where we can move it over from, well, they're gonna just move it over, but we'll have to help them cut miles off and stuff.
Anything else? Moving right along, water loss report.
Our water loss for January was 38.6, which was down a little bit from December, but it's down from the same period last time.
Any questions concerning water loss? Moving right along. Bringing up old business from last month, water plant capacity.
I just provided some graphs. Yup, I was asked for some data on gallons pumped versus water loss and what our gallons pumped over various fiscal years were, and I have included that in this packet. I also added in the wholesale meter usages, over the past 3 fiscal years, just showing where we're seeing the most growth, who's using most of the wholesale, which is, Castaic Springs out on 25. But that's just information for y'all to see, so you have something to see. And
Y'all look at your, I don't know which one this is. I don't know the page number. But it's the one that's got the monthly water pumps and use it for the past 3 physical years. If you look, in November, you use the 39.9, December is 45.2, January is 49.96. During our model that we've done, and with tweaking and trying to figure out everything, that leak that was on River Pinion, or River 63, is actually on a high pressure. It's the line that goes to Suffolk College, so it actually leaves the pump station, comes back around. So that was more than likely leaking a lot worse than you think it was. And you can see with the water pump there, it doesn't equate to everything else, through the years. So that's probably why your water loss as well is showing what it's showing versus.
So then we should see in a February number.
Correct,
That
they
don't
got
allow-
it, correct, if that, and the usages went down into plan as well, so I mean, everything we're seeing
Everything indicates.
indicates that that was probably the primary source.
I think it's cold food.
It was.
Some about this next one,
Oh, yeah.
the meters.
That's good
But
news.
that's actually more pressure than what we was thinking it was doing.
Any questions concerning water plant capacity? Thank you. Put that through. All right, CD renewal, what we get?
I've sent
Some of those people.
the 3 banks, emails. I received them all back in time. I included all of them in your packet, as well as a spreadsheet where I put them on a spreadsheet. Just kind of as a,
You can't see it.
Can you issue magnifying glasses next time? Can you read it to me?
well,
You can look at it.
yeah, I mean, you can look at it on the emails where they responded, and it's the same information. I just tried to put it together where we could where y'all could look at it and decide what you wanted to do.
So you roll the dice in 7 months and nothing back because it's the highest one on the area. Roll the dice for 12 months and choose. For us to make it first. How much you wanna. How much you wanna play with? How many months do we have going on this last one? Is it 12 months renewal or with an 9 month renewal?
I think it was an 11.
11 months, it's something else.
Everybody's all over the place because due to the fact that the Fed's gonna be going to another adjust rates. And somebody, that's why it's scattered. Did a little bit of reading about that this morning.
I think that's why we had said, go back to them, and say, look, we want to quote them 12 months.
That's it.
They can't.
Well, they can,
It's not
what
good.
it is pretty.
What's the gamble, short term or long term? How much rate it's money?
The 4.18 is gonna be better than,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, short term, that's what I'm saying, that's the best one on for 7
in
months.
7 months, we can get down to I mean,
Well, the only thing about that is, will it mature in December? Cause we never meet in December.
This is.
February.
March, April, May, June, July, August, September. September. And it's February.
Okay,
We're good. I had to kiss my fingers, but we got there.
um,
I'm just fitting this, yeah. How much money are we moving?
1.2, isn't it?
What's the most attractive to y'all?
So that's what I'm saying, short term or long term, do we get that?
Well, the only thing I see, and it's not really a problem, is we're back looking at it in 7 months versus looking at it in 12 months. And if the spread is big enough,
Yeah, we got
I'll give
24.
her whatever she asks, so. From provide.
I told them when it looked at their rates, that they had. To include but not limited to 6 and 12 months, because that's what y'all asked me to do in the last meeting.
Where is it the first national now?
Yes, currently it is.
they didn't move at all, did it?
It's where the least attractive.
What do you think? Sissy?
I don't know, I mean, I was leaning towards the 7 months, but if he doesn't want to renew it that quickly, then we'll, you know.
Well, no,
I know, but it's
I'm
just,
just saying, we're looking at it in 7 months.
and he'd been
versus-
reading this morning, so I wouldn't catch what he thought the market felt, so,
in 6 months, it'll be an entirely different landscape, is what you're saying.
correct. Just the landscape get
But
positive.
anything I've seen is
So if
somebody,
you're positive, it's.
Correct.
well, then we do 7 months and hope we come back 7 months and get a better deal.
I mean, that seems to be the answer, if that's if anybody wants to do.
Well, we'll entertain the motion. You think they'll be mad to move on that?
Because it matures for
Okay,
26.
well,
This
there-
We don't have a choice today.
Right.
We have to do this. One reason we couldn't do this meeting.
hammer down.
Motion to 7 months, making banking trust at 4.18%.
Second.
First and second, all in favor? Aye.
Money markets, brain.
Okay, next, we have, new business and the TVA tank specs for painting.
Evan.
No bad news.
No, not really, so PBA got wrote up on the sanitary survey last time about getting, things fixed and painted. And that is something that has to go to the state of Tennessee, and we have to do the specs and send it off, so it's just giving us authority to do the specs and send them off. And then y'all can actually get it out and see what it's gonna cost to pay.
So this is just a formality then.
Yeah, pretty much, but we do everything each project. so.
Gotcha.
So we need a motion.
Anybody wanna move on that?
That's what you're saying.
Just for him to get the specs together, send the state, and then we bid it out once that comes back.
So moved.
First and second, all in favor? No public? Surprise.
Sure.
Oh,
Everything.
I apologize. I don't consider you to be the general public.
Thank you. I'm gonna be on the phone part, I get it. So. My office has been getting a lot of different calls for various projects to come into the county. And, it varies from large residential to commercial to also industrial. So just, I'm very curious in, how your protocols that you're saying that you're gonna be drafting and submitting to the state. Evan and I have had a conversation on what we need to see as a planning office and building office before we can approve any type of project. And so I just want to, ask that when you guys do come to an agreement on what you want to do, please let us know so that we can make sure that everybody that's expressing an interest, we can let them know ahead of time before it comes to that point where, well, we wish we had known that at the beginning. So I really appreciate the way that you guys are working with my office. It really helps make it a smoother transition from idea to final product. So thank you very much.
All right, next we got board member comments. Anybody?
We found out about the federal money that's coming there.
I haven't heard anything, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, we heard the motion that.
I mean, they said it would be a 3-year deal, right?
Oh, yeah, before it ever actually happened, yeah, that's what they said, but as far as it being signed and moving further,
But the money's been approved, it's just a matter of.
I'm not sure, that's why they had the meeting to kind of tell us, but they was waiting till they had to go y'all, but it had to go, and it's, I think they said 6 months after that before they actually had something like an agreement.
Then we have to hire an engineer, girl. You know,
No, it's through them,
Yeah, they do that.
They got their own,
they got their own engineer.
extra court. That's what they said.
Hmm. Okay.
Anybody else?
Move to adjourn.
I was gonna put you on one little thing. real
Oh,
quick.
good.
I don't wanna do anything with it tonight, I just wanna bring it to y'all's
Move to
attention.
adjourn for you early. Done with you.
Based on some comments on a social media site today, concerning, cutoffs and whatnot, I would like for the board to think about, reviewing our policy on cutoff notices. Historically, we've not mailed out notices. I'm not necessarily for it or against it. What I would be against would be the entire rate base having to bear the cost added to the department for having to generate and mail out those notices. So if you guys can ponder on that, I don't want
It's
to.
on the bill. That's where we.
It's on the bill, and I did the math right before we came in here, it's 1.5% of our population that gets cut off. Every, I
I'm
mean,
not saying do anything, just
but yes, we,
think about it.
yeah.
The second thing is the complaint today was about an expired debit card that got cut off because their debit card was expired. Mine is drafted, but it's drafted from my checking account, and I actually checked with a couple of people that I work with that don't live here. In their water departments, you can only do a bank draft, you cannot use a card.
We don't set up the debit card. That customer goes into our web portal and sets that up on their own. So that's something they are in full control of.
I think that we should not even offer that as an option, it should just be straight bank draft from any time. Right, then you don't have any cards expiring, life gets busy, you forget to go back and update everybody that you got your card registered with and all that. I don't like when there's public backlash about anything concerning this department, because I'm proud of everything this department does and how hard they work. Guys in the field, ladies in the office and everything. I know we're never gonna make everybody happy, but I do feel like it's incumbent on us as a board, when there is something going on, to at least look at it, so that we know we're doing everything that we can, even though we are. I would like for the public to at least, be able to perceive that also. So if you guys could Maybe kick
Is,
those around.
let me ask you this, is it possible to do a push notification through text?
We do that when the bills are ready. That's how they know to go out there and pay their bill. If their card is on the 10th, when we run the credit card auto pay process, we get numerous calls from people. Hey, I just got notification, my card was declined. So it's not that they're not getting notified. They're choosing to, they've either put in the wrong email address and they didn't get the notification that their card was declined, or they're not reading their emails. I mean, it's not that we're not
I was
trying.
saying text.
Yes, we send a text when the bills are ready that they can go out there and,
Okay, text and email.
yes, if they're set up for auto pay, if they're set up online for online web pays and notifications, yes, they do get that.
I just think if we took away the option of using a card, I may be oversimplifying it.
If they've got a debit card, they have.
Yeah,
routing
and
number
so
and
our
account
checks
number, they could definitely set up ACH.
But
I know.
I don't know checks, but when I set up my auto pay, I set it up to be a draft
Is
only.
there a fee associated with using a card?
Card, yes. There's a fee associated if it's on a card auto pay. Anytime you use a card anywhere in the office or online, it charges a fee.
So there's
ACH,
ramifications of moving to a cardless ACH draft only.
That's what I'm asking for everybody to consider and then maybe circle back to it next month.
I mean, I think that we have a lot of customers that will not do a bank draft and I don't know why, but they won't.
I'll say the quiet part out loud. I mean, you want water, this is your option.
I get it. I know, I understand.
Well, anyway. Your motion to adjourn,
Yes.
all in favor?
All right.
We'll move. Way to work.